welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Charlene. Lots of mistakes have been committed by various government of Goa in handling the Madey water disputes issue. Many of these are political compromises to please the double-engine Sarkar. Yet again, an NOC has been given by the CWC to Karnataka's DPR, even though the case is before the Supreme Court. The state BJP government has vowed to demand the withdrawal of the DPR by the centre and the setting up of a Madey Water Management Authority. What do experts say should be the way forward? Listen to this special story.
गोंय सरकारान ह्या संदर्भान वैज्ञानिक दृष्टिकोनांतल्यान ह्यो सगळ्यो गजाली ज्यो आसा आपले जे प्लिडिंग केल्लेले आसा सर्वोच्च न्यायालया समोर ते सपोर्ट करपा खातीर जो डेटा लागता तो डेटा गोळा करपाक जाय कारण तो जर डेटा व्यवस्थितपणान मांडूंक ना जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता की आमची बाजू आसा ती दुर्बल जावंक शकतली आनी तेका लागून हायड्रोलॉजीच्या एंगलान किंवा मरीन इकॉलॉजीच्या संदर्भान किंवा वायल्ड लायफ आनी जे वेगवेगळे प्राणी थंय मेळटा ह्या सगळ्यांचो नैसर्गीक अधिवास जर आसा तो सुरक्षीत उरपा खातीर आमकां बाबा हें पाणी आसा ह्या न्हंयेन ते व्हांवते उरोंक जाय तेंचो नैसर्गीक अधिवास जर इबाडलो मागीर ह्या न्हंयतलें उदक जर कमी जालें जाल्यार तेचे कितें दुश्परिणाम जावंक शकता किंवा आमच्या कृष्णापूर हांगासर जे महसीर मासे आसा त्या माशांचेर एकंदर 8.2 TMC फीट उदक जे आसा ते कर्नाटकान जर जलविद्युत निर्मिती करपा खातीर कोटणी हांगासर वापरले आनी ते मागीर सोडले जाल्यार तेचे कितें दुश्परिणाम जावंक शकता ह्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान अभ्यास जर जावंक जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता की आमची बाजू जी आसा ती खूब लंगडी पडटली आनी तेका लागून गोंय सरकारान बेगोबेग ह्या संदर्भान जे क्लायमेट चेंज आसा ग्लोबल वॉर्मिंग आसा आनी एकंदर जे गोड्या उदकाचे स्रोत आसा ते कशे काबार जायत आसा आनी गोंयची परिस्थिती कशी कठीण जायत आसा बाबा कितलें पाणी आमकां पिवपाचें मेळटा आनी सद्या मारामारी कशी सुरू आसा आनी सद्याच पिवपाचें उदक जें आसा तें मेळप कुस्तार जाल्लें आसा हे सगळे आंकडेवारी जी आसा ती वैज्ञानीक पद्दतीन जर मांडली जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता की आमचें राज्य आसा तें हितूंतल्यान ह्या लढाईन सरस जावंक शकता नाजाल्यार आमची लढाई जी आसा ही खूब दुर्बल जातली.
The government should immediately form a group of scientists to carry out detailed studies about all the aspects of the ecology of Madey River and its basin. Every aspect such as the vegetation, the wildlife, the agriculture, the fishing business, all these things should be studied in detail in a scientific manner. If we have to win this case in the court of law,
when you are talking about Madey, the government has to look at other water bodies too, so that we can give justice to all the water bodies, including Madey. Now, Madey is very much important, and therefore, the government has to also look at the other aspect also. If government wants, now this one committee, House committee, which is constituted, is not going to work for Madey, and that's not going to be the right approach to solution to Madey issue. So what I say that it is only the expertise who can deal with this issue, so also can deal with the Supreme Court petition also.
It is very clear that if you want to fight this issue of Madey diversion, then a scientific study with all aspects like hydrogeology, geology, wildlife, forests, then other things, the impact of the diversion on local communities, that also should be taken into consideration, and scientific data has to be prepared out of this, which is to be produced before the Supreme Court, or otherwise it is not possible.
Freddy Fernandez and Devin Gongar for Herald TV.
Is the government policy of locating industrial estates on plateaus above the village faulty? Is there widespread groundwater and air pollution in villages which lie at the foot of the plateau where the industries are located across Goa? What is the impact on life of the people? What can be done to rectify this situation? Listen to this special story.
As I told you, number one is their drinking water is polluted, the air is polluted, Okay, these were grazing lands for their cattle because it was an agrarian economy. So today the cattle are now on the roads. There is no fodder for the cattle. Okay, a lot of livelihoods around the cashew plantations and all have been destroyed because of pollution. That is the fumes and all coming out from various factories. And as you know that environment, I mean the tests done by the pollution board many times are so-called manufactured tests, and depending on whose interests have to be protected, and so the whole truth never comes out, and there are various ways of manipulating tests by the pollution control board. So people are adversely affected, and besides that also the social impact of whole lot of migration which is coming there and bringing in criminality also.
So what suggestion do you have to rectify this situation?
The problem is that there should be a thorough audit done of all the industrial estates in Goa. They have to be audited for their impact on the environment, impact on the livelihoods of people, and the general social impact that is taking place as far as law and order is concerned.
The Pilan Industrial Estate fire involving the Berger Paints company, I think, is a wake-up call for all villagers and villages where the industrial estates are located on plateaus. The question of whether these location of these industries on these plateaus was a faulty decision, from hindsight one would think so. But I think the challenge today is to have a robust monitoring system of any possible air and water pollution that may take place with relations to these industries. The village panchayats need to discuss this issue of monitoring of the pollution levels in close collaboration with the Goa State Pollution Control Board. Every village panchayat now has to set up a village development committee, and this village development committee has to also work along with the village water and sanitation committee. So village panchayats now face a challenge, as well as some of the industrial estates which are located near the municipal council jurisdiction. Therefore, I think in 2023, villagers will need to understand what the Air and Water Pollution Act has in terms of its rules, what are the obligations of the various authorities, and what a village panchayat can do. This needs to be discussed at the Gram Sabha level, and neighborhoods need to organize themselves to understand the challenges.
आयडीर तुवें आतां इंडस्ट्री दिलें आनी ते स्पेशली पोल्युशन दिलें. हें पोल्युशन वील ट्रॅवल किलोमिटर्स अवे. सो आनी ते कितें करता, जे पळय दोंगरार पळय आसा ते बोरवेल मारून पोल्युशन थिंगाच सोडटा, हितून सोडटा, ऑन द हिल टॉप सोडटा, आनी मागीर ते सगळे शेतांनी व्हांवता. If you see in Sankwal Industrial Estate, we have seen that most of the pollution sewage comes down and goes into the field, and because of that, fields in neighboring areas are fallow.
Freddy Fernandez, Devin Gaonkar and Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
Weeks after the firefighters used nearly 2 lakh litres of water besides foam to douse the deadly blaze that engulfed the warehouse of a paint factory at the Pilan Industrial Estate, residents of Saipe and Kandoli were in for a shock when they noticed a thin layer of oil screen floating in their well water. The colour of the water had also turned dark. The villagers also found foam on their water with a typical nail polish-like smell. Some even left their homes on the day of the incident and returned after the fire was brought under control. Team Herald met the locals and officials in this regards. Watch this special story.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so right from day of accident, we have this fire. We have been monitoring air as well as water. Now, whenever air monitoring, we got reports, we were informing the district administration of concern. Accordingly, even district administration had given, as per the air, the what is called as a publication or for a public to take precaution for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is over now. Now in the well, we also monitored the well and we found some manganese and iron on a higher side, out couple of wells, which also informed the district administration asking people not to use the drinking water till we get the proper report, till we get the safe reports.
Okay.
And we are still monitoring and analyzing more water samples.
If this water is found totally if it is it cannot be consumed, then what will be the next steps?
No, consuming, see, topically, we have to also see that right now if you have manganese and iron is on higher side slightly. And normally in Goa, manganese and iron is little higher because Goa is geologically, Goa has an iron or manganese ore. So we haven't found other chemical as of now. So some of the samples required a very sophisticated equipment and take little longer time to get the analyzed.
माझे नाव सूरज नाईक, हांव सायपेचो रेजिडेंट. फाटी उजो पेटलो पळय तितून आमच्या लोकांक जाणट्या लोकांक खूब त्रास जाल्लेले आसा. खूब सोंसले आमी. आमकां रातचे आमची घरां सोडून दुसऱ्या जाग्यांचेर रावपाक वचचें पडलें. अशें जावप करना हेच्या फुडें. आमचे जाणटी रडटाली घरा कडेन. आनी नेक्स्ट आमी एक 10 वर्सां पयलीं 10-15 वर्सां पयलीं हें घेतलेलो स्ट्रायक घेवन गेल्ले इंडस्ट्री बंद करा म्हणून. तेन्ना जागना ती. तितून कोणाचें इन्वॉल्वमेंट आसा तें आमी नको. पूण तेन्ना पयलीं आमी स्ट्रायक आमचो मंजूर केलो. 10 दीस इंडस्ट्री बंद दवरली. परत रोखडीच चालू केली. हितून इन्वॉल्वमेंट आसतलें खूब जाणांचें. तें आतां म्हाका उलोवपाक नाका. हेच्या फुडें सांगता हांव. हें कितें जाला पळय तो आमकां ट्रेलर फाटीं जाला तें. येदो व्हडलो उजो आमी केन्ना लायफान भोगना आनी गोंयचोय सगळो व्हडलो फायर डिजास्टर अशें म्हणटात.
Lyndon D'Souza and Ashmita Polchi for Herald TV.
Only 72 taxi registration forms for the taxi counter at Manohar International Airport in Mopa have been submitted at the Penne RTO office, informed RTO officer Kamalkant Karapurkar. After receiving the remaining forms, the RTO office will move on to the next steps as per the government's directives. Karapurkar also informed that the taxi counter at Manohar International Airport in Mopa is not notified yet.
टॅक्सीचे फॉर्म कितले पावल्यात तुमच्याकडे?
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग. आजपासून जे हा फॉर्म येयल्या की डायरेक्टर ट्रान्सपोर्टान जी दिल्या फॉर्मा लोकांक ती 50 येयल्या आणि 22 PCOB म्हणून तेंच्यांनी दिल्या. सो टोटल 72 फॉर्मां आमचे कडेन येयल्या.
सर आता ते सध्या टॅक्सीकारांचे जे इश्यू आसा पळय त्यांचे फॉर्मा कितले ते 22 सध्या आसात अशें दिसता तुमकां, बरोबर न्ही? 22 जाणांनी
22 येयले.
22 आयल्या. हां, एकंदरीत सर कितें आसा ते सध्या ते फॉर्म भरल्या उपरांतूच त्यांचे ते कावंटर जे आसा तांकां मेळटलें अशें कितें आसा सर?
हे आतां फॉर्मां आतां येता पळय, फाल्यां मेरेन आमी 5:30 मेरेन आमी ती घेतले आनी त्या फुडें मागीर कितें प्रक्रिया आहा पळय प्रोसिजर सरकाराचो त्या प्रमाणे आमी मागीर ती हे करतले.
ओके. हां, आतां सर मोपा एअरपोर्टाक न्ही टॅक्सी कावंटर, ब्लू टॅक्सी कावंटर कितें तरी ते अजून जाल्या काय तुमकां कितें इन्फॉर्मेशन आसा सर?
ना, ब्लू टॅक्सी काउंटर मोपा एअरपोर्टाचे अजून पासून तर काय माझे कडेन हे ना, इन्फॉर्मेशन ना.
जो मेरेन हे फॉर्म भरिना तो मेरेन कांयच ना म्हणटात तुमी? कांय ना. एकंदर सर पयल्यार आतां सोमार मेरेन आतां तुमी म्हणटात 22 जाणांचेच पावल्या. मागीर कशें कितें जातलें सर समजा तेंच्यांनी जर
72 फॉर्म आयले टोटल. मागीर ती जी बाकीचे फाल्यां मेरेन येतली सोमार मेरेन ती मागीर सगळे आमी मागीर डायरेक्टरा इन्फॉर्म करतले.
ओके.
डायरेक्टर ट्रान्सपोर्ट आमचा त्यांना इन्फॉर्म करता.
आणि सर समजा जर फाल्यां टॅक्सी कावंटर जालें कितले मिनिमम कितले आसतले सर थंयसर टॅक्सी?
काय ते अजून हे जावना. आमचे कडेन अजून काय इन्फॉर्मेशन ना.
ओके. जे तुमच्याकडे येतात ते तुम्ही ते प्रोसेस करता?
Maqbool Malgimani for Herald TV.
It is a pity the way our public projects are executed. There is little attention or sensitivity towards public safety. On Saturday, a woman pedestrian's leg was trapped in a drain cover on the service road near the Bambolim flyover opposite the Goa Medical College. The woman was in great pain after many agonizing moments. The metal drain trap was cut by firefighters and the woman freed to the relief of everyone. Here is the story.
कितें जालें हिंगा?
त्रास
ओके.
आमी टर्न आउट केलो, भायले ट्रॅप जाले म्हणून पावले आनी मिस केले.
ओके. ताका कितें इंजरी कितें जाल्या?
इंजरी मातसो पांय मातसो.
पूण हे आतां हेजे आतां करंटली आतां
खंय कित्याक गॅप तर व्हडली आहा मागीर आतां गेला आनी कोणाचो वजन करता तेंच्यांनी कितें तरी उपाय करून कितें बारीक कितें तें घालपाक ते चड गॅप व्हडली आहा आतां तुजो पांय घालून भायर भुरग्याचो वजन करता कितें मागीर परत ते इन्सिडंट जावं शकता सो तेच्या पयलीं कोणाक कितें कन्सर्न म्हाका कॉल करपाक
नाव कितें बायलेचें नाव कितें शरद गांव
सगुण गावडे for Herald TV.
Vasco Police has initiated a community policing program targeted at slum areas named Prayas, with a number of criminals hiding in slum areas. The project aims at sensitizing slum dwellers about their basic rights, to bridge the gap between police and the society, and to prevent unlawful activities.
आमी लोकांक भितर आमी सगळ्यांक जॉयंट करता आमी तांकां सगळ्यांक हाडून जितके लागीं हाडटा लोकांक की आमी तांचे वॉट एवर सर्विसीस आमी दिता ते तांकां आमी एक्सप्लेन करता तेंचे आमी व्यूज घेता तेंचे डिफिकल्टी विचारता आनी जे कितें तांकां कोण आमकां ते पुलीस स्टेशन पावना आमी तेंचे फुड्यान वता तेंचे फुड्यान वचून तेंचे डिफिकल्टी जाता ती आमी सॉल्व करपाक करता तशेंच आमी तेंचे हितून स्पोर्ट्स मागीर खेळपाचे हितून सगळे स्पोर्ट्सान बी आमी ताका हें करतले आनी टॅनंट व्हेरिफिकेशन जितके आमचे फेसिलिटी आसा तांकां आमी हाडून एक्सप्लेन करता इन्फॉर्म करता आनी वो आमचो दूरी आसा वो हम लोग दूरी मिटा रहे हैं और हम लोग नज़दीकी ला रहे हैं जितना होता है नज़दीक करके उनको हम लोग सब लोग अच्छी तरफ लेके जा रहे हैं और हम लोग एक अच्छा बॉन्डिंग कर रहे हैं ये हमारा एक प्रयास है लोगों से
This is a Prayas is an initiative taken by our SP South. This is a community policing initiative, especially in slum areas, because in slum areas you know that most of the criminals are taking the shelters. So people from different areas are residing in slum areas and they are taking the chance to commit any crime. So in this particular in Prayas, so we are called many experienced speakers so to tell about the various things about regarding the crime against women, regarding the drugs awareness, regarding the traffic. So now they will tell their experience to some areas so that they can take the precaution, they can be alert in the future regarding this type of crime.
Public community interfere with each other is a very important thing for running the law and order of the state. This is a beautiful project, Prayas, by which police, of whom we are always in awe, are coming close to the public, which is a required thing. And they creating awareness that they are there for them makes a big difference to the public. And I'm sure that this will go a long way to build a bridge between police and the community so that law and order, rule of law, everything is maintained in society.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
The government of Goa distributed Lali Lakshmi sanction letters to the beneficiaries on Friday at functions held in Mormugao and Perne. 63 pending sanction letters were distributed in Mormugao, while 72 pending sanctions were distributed in Mandre.
ही आमची लाडली लक्ष्मीची सँक्शन जालेली आसा मोर्मुगांव कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सी आनी ही टोटल आयज जे डिस्ट्रिब्युशन केला ते आमी 63 लाडली लक्ष्मी डिस्ट्रिब्यूट केला 5 दीस पयलीं अरावंड 78 लाडली लक्ष्मी डिस्ट्रिब्यूट केले. सो हे जे आमचे लाडली लक्ष्मीचे खूब दीस जाले पेंडींग असलेले जितली पेंडींग केसीस आसा थोडी पेंडींग केसीस आसा त्यो आतां तेंच्यानी असेंब्ली आमकां एश्युरन्स दिल्ली आसा क्लियर करतले म्हणून आनी खूब दीस जाली पेंडींग असलेली लाडली लक्ष्मीची जे आमच्या सगळ्यांक लोकांनी जी एप्लाय केल्ली.
आयज आमी हांगा लाडली लक्ष्मी जी खूब टायम जालो पेंडींग आसलेली आनी तांकां खूब इन्क्वायरी येताली की आजून पर्यंत डिस्बर्स कित्याक जायना म्हणून. सो हांव सगळ्यांत पयलीं धन्यवाद म्हणटा आमच्या राज्य सरकाराक की तेंच्यांनी हे सगळ्या जेंच्यांनी एप्लाय केले तांकां तेंच्यांनी डिस्बर्स केला आयज आनी ऑलमोस्ट आयज आमी 73 लाडली लक्ष्मी आमी सगळ्यांक दिल्ली आहात.
Kiran Borkar and Vinod Mehtar for Herald TV.
Father Agnel Ashram Verna proved better shooters in the tiebreaker and won 4-2 to enter the Sir Jawaharlal da Costa Under-14 Inter-School Football Tournament Finals by defeating Loyola High School, Margao. United Sports Club of Serauli in collaboration with the Base Goa organized the tournament, which was played at the Base Serauli.
Nasu Nirvana for Herald TV.
Hearing in the November 2020 Chandor protest against the double tracking of railway track case was set to take place at the district court in Marga on Friday. The activists who were charged by the police showed up in court. However, the railway public prosecutor was a no-show. In fact, the investigative office required for cross-examination also failed to show up at the hearing on Friday. The court has adjourned the matter to February 17th and the public prosecutor and the investigative office are compulsory required to show up.
आयज रेल्वे पुलिसान आमचेर जी केस घातल्या चांद्रा 2 नोव्हेंबरा जे लोकांनी प्रोटेस्ट केल्लो ते केसीचेर आयज सुनावणी जातली हियरींग जातली पूण पीपी पब्लीक प्रॉसिक्युटर रेल्वेचो आयजय येवंक ना केस जेन्ना चालू जाल्या तेन्नाच्यान पयले 5-6 म्हयने जायती हियरिंग्स जाल्यो पूण पीपी केन्नाय येवंक ना रेल्वेचो आनी जेन्ना ही केस भायर पडपाची आशिल्ली तेन्ना ताजे एक दीस पयलीं येवन ताणें डेट मागल्या आनी ते डेटीकी तो येवंक ना हें फक्त आमकां एक त्रास दिवपाक आमचो वेळ खावपाक कित्याक आमी गोंय सांबाळपाचें वावुरतात तांचो वेळ खालो जाल्यार गोंय आनी बेगीन हांकां काबार करपाक मेळटा हेच हांचो एक होच एक यत्न आसा आमी ही आयज क्रॉस एक्झामिनेशन आशिल्ली विटनेस जो रेल्वेचो आसा स्वता आयो इन्वेस्टिगेटींग ऑफिसर तो स्वता येवंक ना आनी जजान सांगला फुडले खेपे तांणी येवंकूच जाय 17 फेब्रुवारीक डेट दिल्या आनी जजान ऑर्डर पास केल्या की पीपी आनी तांचो विटनेस इन्वेस्टिगेटींग ऑफिसर हांगा आसूंक जाय आमच्या एडवोकेटान क्रॉस एक्झामिन करपाक
आतां केन्ना डेट दिला
17 फेब्रुवारी
17
आनी ह्याच बरोबर तांणी आरओसी जे लोकांचे प्रोटेस्ट जाल्ले 19 डिसेंबरा ताजेर वास्को फाल्यां जी हियरींग आशिल्ली तेय आतां कळून येता रेल्वेचो जो मनीस आयिल्लो तो म्हणटा पीपी ताकाय फाल्यांय येवपाचो ना पूण आमकां थंय वचपाकूच पडटलें कित्याक आमकां डेट आसा सो आमी वतले आनी आमचो टायम आमी घालतले पूण आमी आमचो गोंय वाटावपाचो वावर चालूच दवरतले
फाल्यां केस वास्को आहा तुमची
फाल्यां वास्को
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
In a tragic incident, 69-year-old Razia Muzawar was killed on the spot after being hit by a speeding car at Shantinagar in Vasco on Friday. The driver escaped from the scene after the accident. The Vasco police later arrested 24-year-old Amar Hamarkar in connection with the hit-and-run case. He was nabbed at Jairam Nagar in Dabuli with the vehicle.
Vehicle details अजून काय ना आमकां बट आमी सोदता रजिया बेगम म्हणून मुजावर ती डिसीज पर्सन पेडेस्ट्रियन ती एक गाडी रॅश एंड नेग्लिजंट ड्रायव्ह करून येताली ती तिका डॅश दिली आनी तिका बरें ऑलमोस्ट तिका 50 मिनट सुमार तिका हाडला हे करून ओके 40 to 50 मिनट्स तिका हे आहा मार्क्स आसा तिका हाडला आनी हे केला डॅश दिला तिका लोकांनी नंबर पयला पळय पण तिचे मदले लेटर मिसींग आसा शिव ना 2 नंबर आसा व्हेरीफाय करता क्रेटा गाडी म्हणटा ब्लॅक कलर
सर पूण ती आतां गाडी तिका मुकून धांवली सो हिट एंड रन ऑलमोस्ट ओके
सध्या कितें आहा तिका बॉडी आमी शिफ्ट केलेली आसा हॉस्पिटलान त्या हॉस्पिटलान आमी हे करता फुडले फॉर्मेलिटीज आहा कितें करतले आमचे आनी हवालदार येवन आमचे फुडले एक्सिडेंट पंचनामा बी करतलो
ती गाडी आयली सड्या वयल्यान न्यू ब्रिजा वयल्यान थंय ती 2 जाणां उडोवपाची मोटरसायकली करा ते म्हाका दिसता तेज्या फाटल्यान लागले एकट्या कोणाक खंय लायली तेणें त्या फाटल्यान लागले आनी हो म्हाका दिसता पिवन टायट आहा आनी हेजी स्पीड आसली 80-90 सुमार क्रेटा गाडी ग्रे कलर थंय पावला आनी हांव पळय सकयल आशिल्लो रस्त्याचे सकयल व्हडल्यान आवाज जालो आमचो टायर फुटलो म्हणून वयर पोवन येत जाल्यार तो तिका घश्टीत हाडलो ना आमी बॉब मारता थंय आहा इतल्यान गाडयो येयलो फाटल्यान आनी हो तेजे वयर गाडी चडयल्यान गेलो
धांवलो हांगचे सद्या
धांवलो
गाडयेचो नंबर बी नोट केला
हेचो म्हाका दिसता गौरशान नोट केलो 6700 लास्ट नंबर आहा फुडल्या
कोणाक कोण बायल मनीस काय कोणाक मारली गाडी
बायलेक मारली बायलेक
वाड्या वयली
हांगा फकीर रावता ती
बघी रावता ती क्रॉस करतालो रस्तो
क्रॉस करताली म्हाका दिसता काय पळय थंय आशिल्ले ते स्कुटरा पळय तो भुरगो रावला पळय कमरेर हात धरून थंय थंयच्यान हांगा हाडला ती गाडी
Name Razia Muzawar, age about 68 years, was crossing the road. She crossed the divider, and when she crossed the divider and came on the road, one vehicle, Creta, bearing registration number GA06E 6700, was proceeding from Varnapuri to Airport Road. The said vehicle gave a dash to the said lady while crossing the road and dragged the lady about 50 meters away and thereafter fled away from the place. So lady was succumbed to injuries on the spot, and afterwards she was sent for South District Hospital for further formalities. And after some hours of time, we were managed to nab the accused at Jairam Nagar, Daboli. So the accused name is Amar Harmalkar, age about 24 years, residence of Sada, Vasco. So presently we have registered the crime under section 279 304A and section 3 and 4 of MV Act, and formalities of the accused of being done for the arrest.
हे गाडयेक सुद्दां पयलीं आमी जस्ट लास्ट म्हयन्याक आमी तांकां ओवर स्पिडींगाची चलन दिल्लें आसा ह्या गाडयेक, आनी आनीकूय 2 चलन दिल्लें आसा पयलीं सेम गाडयेक आमी पयलीं दिल्लें आसा आनी ओवर स्पिडींगाचेर दिल्लें आसा. ओवर स्पिडींग केसी करपाचें कारण कितें आमचें की लोकांक कळपाक जाय की ओवर स्पिडींग करपाचें ना, जे लिमीट बरयल्लें आसा ते लिमिटान गाडी चलोवपाक जाय आनी अशे तरेन चलोवपाक जाय की इन एनी इवेंच्युलिटीज कोण मदीं कितें आयलो जाल्यार गाडी आपल्या कडेन कंट्रोल जावपाक जाय.
Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.